Good morning, guys. We have a cool video for you today. We are heading over to my friend Gary Collins, creator of the Primal Power Method. We're heading over to his place. He's building an off-grid cabin over in Northeast Washington.
Really tiny little egg. Not sure where it came from.
Guys, I'm really happy with this. It's another small homestead success. I used some cable ties and strapped this mineral feeder to the sheep shelter here. I did a 4-to-1 ratio of kelp meal to diatomaceous earth in the mineral feeder, and then I just sprinkled a little bit of salt in each one. And I don't know if it was getting the mineral feeder off the ground and strapped up here, or if I just got my ratios a little bit better with the mineral feeder, but man, the sheep actually ate it. Hey buddy, you want to film with me? Here, come stand over here, let's film together. Come on, come stand over here. It's kind of an awkward angle. Okay, he wants to film this way. I've never seen the sheep eat so much of the minerals at once. It was really great to see them dive in like that. Oh, Blackfoot getting some more here. There you go, buddy, eat up. You need that DE. Hey guys, so we're up here at Gary Collins' place. Gary is the creator of the Primal Power Method, and we're up at his job site where he's building an off-grid cabin. So Gary, can you tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Yeah, after a career 20 years in the federal government in military intelligence and law enforcement, got burned out just like a lot of us and decided to simplify my life. I grew up in a very rural, small town, smaller than where I'm at right now actually. And so I wanted to return back to basics. One of my dreams was to have an off-the-grid house and do it. It's been a big challenge because I did not grow up that way. We had some elements that were part of it, far as septic, we had our own septic tank and we had our own well, but we weren't off the grid. We still were tied to power. So this is a little more unique. I have a solar shed here. It's completely off the grid. I have no ties to civilization whatsoever as far as utilities. So I'm my own power management company, my own sewer company, and my own water company.
My family found you originally because we switched to a primal diet.
Yeah.
And that's been a real important part of our lifestyle. And
your Arnold Schwarzenegger physique, right?
Oh, of course,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's kind of your thing too. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's kind of my specialty is nutrition, health, exercise. I was an athlete. Worked with FDA and U.S. Department of Health and Human Services at the tail end of my government career, so I have unique insight to the food and drug industry and how we're kind of led down a wrong road is the best way to put it. So yeah, primal is very important to me, and it's very simple. It's getting back to the roots of what our bodies were intended to have as nutrition, and then physical exercise. As far as moving, we don't even move anymore. I get all this, well, how do I get in shape? And I will move. Try that for starters. And think primal. What you're thinking of is what would we do on a daily basis if we had to return to nature. So basically, primal is about returning to that, but not running around in a loincloth and living under a lean-to or something. It's kind of middle ground there. If you want to do that, that's totally fine, but it's not that. I don't want people get misconstrue it and think you're sitting around with a raw deer quarter in your mouth and and like I said, run around naked or something, and it's not that.
Right.
So, I get sick of just the bombardment of complications that we have in our lives, and they're very unnecessary. And we've all gone through it, and I think for us getting back to basics.
Can we check out your solar system real quick?
Yeah, let's go check it out. It's finally done, guys. Got it approved by the state and county today. So it is fully stickered and approved not to burn anything down or electrocute anyone, as far as we know.
Cool.
So yeah. This is the solar shed I wanted to show you, and you guys can see it on my YouTube channel. I have it at youtube.com/Primal Power Method. But I want to show you my battery. This is my battery case, that enclosure that by code you have to have. And what I like about it is I wanted it to be, usable besides just being a battery bay. If you guys see battery enclosures, they're usually very, all you can use it for is battery storage. So I went, hey, I'm going to have it in here. I need some workspace. So I made sure it opens up from every end. So it opens up from both ends here and here. So I can step inside if I didn't have this stuff in the extra bay, but I can step inside and I can check the levels in the batteries. I can use my tester for charging and do it that way. But I made it this way just to make it easier to get to the batteries, and then when I don't need to get to them, I can shut everything down. It doesn't take as much space, and then got my lid. So it shuts and it seals. So what I did is I made it so it seals up, and then I have my vent tube going in that goes in, goes out. So the batteries, because they do off gas, and yeah, you don't want to breathe the fumes coming out of the batteries. Yeah, it's not good for you.
How many watts are you able to run off of that?
My system total is 1.8 kilowatts total, because I have 6 panels at 300 watts. Don't ask me the storage of the batteries. I had it at one point. I don't remember anymore. I could do the math on it real quick. But the batteries, it's for extra storage, and they're expensive. They're one of the most expensive pieces of a system, and they're very finicky. But you get a ton of power when the sun's out. But your batteries, you can drain them pretty quickly. So you have to have a large battery bank in order to run a lot of things. That's why solar systems are so limited.
And we're back just in time for evening chores. Put up the pullets, get the sheep some hay. It's a long drive over to Gary's place and back, but it's a pretty one, at least. If you're interested in either learning more about the Primal Power Method or Gary's Off the Grid project, I'll leave a link in the video description below where you can click through to get more information. What are you doing?
Well, I'm doing this.
All the pullets are in?
All the pullets
Oh, that's great.
on their own.
That would be really nice to not have to come catch them every night and put them in there.
Less traumatic for them and us.
Yes.
And everyone is well fed and they all seem happy. Just
Well,
waiting on that red star and a barred rock to go in.
little buddy and I are going to administer some hay to the boys. If they go in, if you wouldn't mind locking that for us.
Oh, I will. Oh, look, here he comes.
Here they come.
Hi, 53.
Oh, look at the little
look
guy.
at that, he's running.
Oh my goodness,
That
he
is
took
so
off fast.
cute. Who would have thought? He must be really hungry.
You want to run? All right, boys, let's go.
Stampede. Everybody's in.
Well, that was easy.
Who loved me?
Looks like they're finally learning.